So, you meet me back for episode 2 of the Flipping Car series. So we're up here at the workshop, and we're going to be doing a few bits on the Audi. I've got everything in the boot. If I just take you over there now. So these are going to be a couple of things that I'm going to be doing today. More than likely be doing drop links, rear arm bushes and oil service. Possibly going to try and do the rear swing arm bushes. A little bit of luck. They're not too bad to do, to be fair, but see what time I've got. Got a door actuator to fit. Common as mud on these VAG cars, older VAG cars. But yeah, just going to see what I can do today. Take you along with me and let you watch what I'm doing, I suppose. So just going to get some overalls on, some boots, and go from there. Right, so just trying to adjust this little toy I got on my head. Look like a tool, but that'll do, yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to wing it. I don't know what the camera's pointing at. I'm just going to leave the phone there and we'll go from there. So as you can see here, we've got our little setup. Got to jack the Audi up. Actually, first of all, let me open the bonnet up. Jack the car up first, take the wheels off, and more than likely start at the front, rear arm bushes, front rear arm bushes, drop links. Probably going to do a service as well whilst it's jacked up. So, right then. I'm not sure what the sound's going to sound like. I'm not really sure what anything's going to sound like really, but we'll just wing it and see how we get on. I've got our axle stands there for safety. There we go. Hopefully let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. Slowly. I really don't know what sort of angles you guys are Bam! Right, now we are jacked up. What have we got to do? Right, first of all, I want to drain the oil, let it run for a bit, and then obviously you got your fuel filter. You got your oil filter, fuel filter, air filter. Lovely. And yeah, I want to give the engine bay a little bit of a clean, to be fair, before I do end up selling it. Right, let's get on with it then. Ah yes, now that's what we love. Alright, let me get a torch. Torch here. Let's see what we are doing. Oh, hello. Hello. Right, anyway, it's not what we're here for. But let's see, I don't know, genuinely don't know what you guys can see. Well, it would have been nice if I got the wrong socket to start with. Oh, for God's sake. Right, that's that then. Right. Lovely, right. If you are a professional, you could get this sump bung and look. Oh God, where's this going? Right, I say that now, but I can almost guarantee that Now you've said that, I'm gonna get absolutely filthy. Right, we ready? Wow, what lovely. Let that drain for 2 minutes and start working up the top, I suppose. Taking everything off. Oh, that's part of me drive. You take that on. I'm gonna take that and put that back on my drive. I don't want to lose A. Put that there. Right. What do we need? Oh my god. Some rough human being. Can you see that? Bloody hell. Right, so, oh my god. Right. I need 30mm socket, Torx bit, and a Phillips screwdriver. Hopefully that one, if not that one. Torx. We will try. Right, we won't try that then. That's 20. Is it 20? Righto, 30. Yeah. 27. Where's the 30? 230. Lovely. Right, that's that. Now we need 30, 32. Yep. And we need a yerp. And then we need yerp. And then we need yerp. And then we need yerp. There. And then what I am going to go do. Oh, hello. You see yourselves there. There. Take these out. That's better. Right, so what we're going to do with this, put that there. Take the oil filter out. Actually, saying that, let's put some gloves on. Well, I really don't know what this is going to be like. It's a new little gadget I got. So, let me tell you a little bit about myself, I suppose, whilst I'm doing this. I suppose some of you would like to know what I do. I'm a HGV mechanic. I'm not going to say where. Alright! In the southwest, that's all I'll say. But, yeah, I sort of grew up around cars, if I'm honest with you. I had my first car at the age of 16. I used to live on like a little, what do you call it? It was like a factory, I suppose. The house was literally like on the factory. So on the weekends, when there was no trucks coming in or out, or no people, like, you know, no people walking around and stuff, it was. By the way, it's not like a factory. I didn't live in the middle of like an omelette factory. It was a cider factory. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Long story short, it's I don't know. It was weird. It was kind of sort of like. Yeah, I really don't know how to explain it. It was sort of like genuinely a house on the side of a factory. On the side of the main road, but like we sort of shared the same compound as the factory, if that makes sense. Yeah, I sort of just used to drive it around there. Oh god. Oh, I don't even think the fuel filter is the same. Oh no. Fuel filter. Oh no. Nowhere bloody near it. Well, that is that then, isn't it? That is that. Oh, what's this? No, not even that one's the same. Oh. Well, let's hope everything else is right. Change of plan then. No, better change. change of plan. Let's put this back in there. We'll have to order a new one. Actually, let me take a photo of that first. So a lot of mechanics may know that it's you order parts with the registration you've supplied, and they still get the parts wrong. Right, now that that's in there, I'll put everything back together. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, I sort of like lived on the side of a factory, and I used to drive around the 106. I haven't got any photos of it, but I've done a few modifications to it. I sort of bought it, it was in a hedge. I bought it off a family friend. Bought it for £1.99. He wanted to give it to me so I could sort of like repair it and well, drive it for my first car, I suppose. Anyway, he wanted to give it to me. My old man said no, he wanted to give him some cash, and yeah, he asked for £1.99. Ended up finding about £6 or £7 in the car, so technically he paid me to have the car, which yeah, is interesting. Anyway, what happened to that? I think I done it out. What did I do? I put a new steering wheel, as you do, a deep dish steering wheel. What else did I put? Put some Quicksilver seats. If I can find them, I'll put a photo up on the screen now. It's 2000. I reckon our reg, I think 98. It was. Yeah, she was a beast. 1.5 diesel, £20 of fuel. Would get you to the moon and back, and probably a bit more. But yeah, it was a brilliant little car. What did I end up doing to that? I think I sold that. Didn't really, well, someone come up with the cash and said I'd give you 500 quid for it. At the time, I don't know, it wasn't that I didn't really like it. I just weren't old enough to drive it on the road, and someone sort of came up to me and said I'll give you 500 quid for it, so I sold it. And then I went to pick up a, what did I pick up in the end? Polo, I think it was. Yeah, it was 1.4 Polo. It had been rattle canned red. Had a big boy Jap can on it. So those of you that know, it were loud, very, very loud. What happened to that? I sort of had that for, I reckon, well, I passed my test and I drove it. Obviously when I had the 106, when I had the 106, it was I was quite young. Oh, brilliant. I was quite young, and obviously couldn't drive yet. Oh, what a ball ache. I don't know if you can see that. Look at the state of that. Lovely, that. I don't even know what you can see or what you can't see, but hopefully you can see that. That's awful. Alright, so plan B. Try 194. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There he's going. He's going. So, like I was saying, I had a Polo 1.4. I had that for a best part of about 3, well, actually I had it a month. I passed my test on August the 28th, I think it was. August the 28th, I think it was, and well, the car ended up being crashed at Tesco's car park. It wasn't me, I promise. It wasn't genuinely. I had some friends that just got in it. Well, we won't talk about it, but I had some friends and they hit a trolley park. But yeah, I learnt my learnt my lesson there. Never let your friends drive your car at the time, 16. But hey ho, that's not too bad. I thought that was a lot worse. And yeah, so from the Polo I went on to right, let me go turn the compressor on. Right, whilst that pressure builds up on the compressor, I'm just going to show you quickly what cars I've had. So like I said, I started with I'm not sure whether you can see that actually, but started off with 1.5 diesel 106, moved on to a Polo, had a 306, Skoda, Polo, Bora, Audi A3, 2.5 TDI, had an RX-8 for a bit. Well, it was more of a project. Me and a mate bought it to repair it, but didn't realise that obviously the engines on them were shit. This was we were about what, 17, 18 I think. We ended up stripping it down and just selling it. Sold it to a guy who was going to put an SR20 in it, I think. Then I had a Passat which I swapped with my old man for the A4. Then I went and bought a BMW 318D, swapped it for a Glanza 1.3 turbo. Went out and bought a Jetta 2.0 TDI, had a BMW 520 for a bit, had an Audi A3 for a bit. Went and bought a Polo, bought a Vauxhall combo van, bought 2 Golfs to put back on the road. One of them had a turbo gone, the other one had a gearbox gone. The turbo one ended up being a shitter because the engine was fucked after the turbo blew. So I took the gearbox out of that, stripped it for parts, and put the gearbox into the... No, I didn't. I sold the second one with the gearbox. So obviously all it needed doing was just gearbox swapping. I had a Mini Cooper S for a bit, BMW 120, Volkswagen Caddy. Then I bought the van. Caddy really sort of made me buy the transporter. Me and the partner went to France in it. We come back from France, stopped in Fleet Services for a little sleep, and it was just wood in the back, and I tell you what, it was the worst sleep of my life. Yeah, so I bought the transporter obviously to make a bed in it and that. I've still got the transporter. Meanwhile, whilst I had the transporter, I went out and bought a Seattle Ibiza 1.9 TDI PD130, and then I bought a 525D. Ended up selling that for bits and bought a Caddy. What did I do with the Caddy? I put an engine in it and sold it, and then I had an Audi A3, which is obviously the current one. Yeah, right, hopefully the air pressure's all built up and we can right, that's all cleared out now. Right, now that's on there, that's going to be fun putting that one back on. I'll make sure you line it all like that. Lovely, look at that. But yeah, I've never, out of all them cars I had, I've never crashed one. Obviously, like I said, the Polo was a friend of mine that crashed it. I don't know, I just get bored of cars really. The van's the longest one I've owned. I've had for since 2019, I believe, so it'll be 3 years in July this year. I don't know, I like cars, I suppose. I do like cars, if I'm honest. Always messed around with them from when I was younger. I had my first job, well, I say my first job, obviously I worked in fish and chip shops and stuff like that, as when you were youngin. Yeah, I was working at a tyre fitting job when I was 16, I think it was. I was 16 years old working in a little tyre fitting job. I think it's whilst I was at college, to be fair, 16, 17. So yeah, I got into the HGV world, I suppose, if you want to call it. At the age of 18, I had a friend of mine who was working at a HGV place, and they gave me a ring up on Monday, Tuesday or something, and asked me whether I wanted a job. The job basically consisted of washing MOT trucks, like trucks going for MOT, just washing them off underneath and that. And yeah, sort of on good money. And I didn't really want to turn it down because it was a lot better than what I was doing and a lot better than what I was taking home. So I took the job. I was working and obviously like just washing trucks and just being sort of like a little bitch, if I'm honest. I don't want to do it too tight because these are renowned for stripping threads. Yeah, one of the owners of the company come and asked me whether I wanted to be in the workshop, be a fitter in the workshop. I sort of like, you know, being a little helper, learning what's what and stuff. And yeah, it sort of kind of interested me because obviously it's a similar sort of thing as the similar sort of thing. Cars really, just a lot bigger. I better check really whether this filter's the same actually. And yeah, I just went from there, I suppose. I do much prefer cars, if I'm honest with you. But hey ho. Right, it looks the same. Put that there. Take this O-ring out. Get the new O-ring. Put them on there. Like a retard. What you want to do before you screw it back in, you dip your finger in the old oil, just run it along and put it in dry and it can split out. You'll fit on there. Have a little look in there. Lovely. I do apologise if this video is a bit of a mix mounting. It's the first time I've sort of had something on my head and working on a car, if that makes sense, trying to talk to you. But as long as you're watching and this is meant to be 25 Newton meters, and as you can see here, my torque wrench here, look, lovely. Ooh. Yeah, I find it a bit difficult with this on my head, trying to explain what I'm doing. I don't know why. It's very different. But yeah, I'm gonna whip the wheels off. That's the oil service done. Obviously, I can't do the fuel filter, but I'll have to send the parts back and do something with that at another day. It's quite easy, to be fair. Alright, you ready for this? Wow. Don't do your wheel nuts up with a gun. Right, okay. That's that then. Right, let's see what we can do with it. Ready? Lovely. That's one off. Lovely. Right, that's that. There's two. So that's a third bolt. And then there it is. I think we're strung up on that one. I'm probably not the best person for a how-to, if I'm honest with you. It's all a bit of bodgery when I'm working on cars, unfortunately. So this is what I do anyway. You see there, I've taken the drop link off the ball joint. What I'm going to do is grab the more grips again. Do that there. I'm going to go straight on this ball joint. Right, lovely. Hopefully now. Oh yeah, they're the same. Lovely. Put in there. Ready. Find the hole. And then this is a bit of a pain in the ass really, because with all the tension of the shocker and obviously it being jacked up, then I'm gonna go in straight back. There we are. Lovely. That's what we like. I don't like them coming off, I like them going on. There. Lovely. There. Tight. I've got an issue with this door. Doesn't lock, or doesn't close, sorry. If it does close, you gotta do that. And what I have found is, if you close this, look, I don't know how much you can see, but on that little bit there, he's very worn. He's loose, and I think it's all broke. There you are, look. If you look at that, this little bit here, look. If you look at this little bit here, compared to that one there, hole's a hell of a lot bigger. So, first job is, remove this door card. Right, hopefully that was a pain in the arse. Hopefully it closes first time. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Right, try that again. That's my fault. Oh, no, that's my fault too. What the fuck? Haha. Right. Oh. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, no effort at all. Look at that. Oh. I don't know how many more times I'm going to do this, but it's so satisfying. Having lived with this car for about 3 months, with the door not closing properly, that. Good job well done. Right. Now, I'm just going to put this back together, and then I'll get back to you and we'll do something else.